very much for being here with us today. I'm wondering what you can tell me about a certain toad on Earth that is known as Bufo alvarius.
Come again?
Bufo alvarius. It's a toad and it's containing a very specific substance called 5-MeO-DMT.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Do you know anything about that?
DMT, dimethyltryptamine, as created by the pineal gland in your brain, and as can be taken into the body in a variety of ways, this being one of them, is understood to be, and by some already called, the spirit molecule, and opens, you could say, doorways to higher dimensional realms for you to consciously tune in with, where otherwise you would remain unconscious of them. Not saying that you are not there right now too. You understand this so far?
Yes.
So, you open up a gateway to grasp a broader bandwidth, you could say, of your own multidimensionality. You open the doors to do that. It is, though, a permission slip, and eventually you will no longer need tools like that, or toads like that, in order to open the doors for yourself to become aware of that, all that is within you through that particular pathway. But DMT in that sense, if you remember the little analogy of the ice, the water and the steam,
yes,
can be seen as the body's physical, in this case hormonal, bridge between the non-physical and the physical self. The first step, or in that sense, relatable to the steam level, the first step, quote-unquote, down in the frequency spectrum, allowing you to get very closely and consciously aware of your non-physical self. To be fully focused in on, zoom in on, if relevant for you, that part that is bridging you to the non-physical self. You can use it in many ways. It works for some, it doesn't for others. It is a permission slip. You naturally produce this particular hormone every single night. It is what makes you dream. You produce it when you meditate. You produce it really when you follow your highest excitement to the best of your ability, as far as you can take it and no further, with zero expectation as to what the outcome ought to be.
Agreed.
Well, thank you. Not saying that you should agree. You can choose to disagree if you want to, but thank you.
Thank you. And regarding the higher self that you speak of, is that, so to speak, stationed in a higher dimension?
Yes, it is non-physical in that sense.
But there's many dimensions.
Yes.
So where exactly
is number?
It? No, more like a coordinate or location.
Which is basically the same.
Does they have names or numbers?
No, the higher self in that sense does not need a name, neither do we. But if relevant for a specific person, a sound or a tonation or a representative name can come through. This happens. We have seen it many times on your planet, where people understand their higher self connection and give it a name or receive a name. Our name, or the name that I am presenting myself by to you, Arjun, is not my actual name. We don't need names. It is only because we understand it would serve a purpose for you to have something to call me by that we are giving you a name. Though it is not randomly picked, it has been carefully chosen, and it contains on many layers, you could say, archetypal pieces of information that serve in their own way while we are communicating with you. Even in just saying it slowly, Arjun, are you, we are you, from the future. But we are it now. We are you now. In a sense. There are more layers to this, but we do like a little pun now and then.
Thank you. And lastly, in that same perspective, what is an Arcturian?
Arcturian.
Yes.
Okay, so the way you put it, it would be one specific consciousness focused in the overall group consciousness that is understood to be the Arcturian group energy. A extraterrestrial, non-physical intelligence being, you could say, but existing out of many elements that have morphed into one, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That has been in contact with your world for a very, very long time. And there was a very conscious peak, a very conscious degree of this interaction in your old Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the information connected to that idea came through back then and was very consciously received by the people back then. You have agreed on a higher consciousness level to let go of this awareness, to phase away from it, you could say, with your consciousness. And now, like we said before, in this time of your ascension, you are reaching out again, you are opening up your hearts, your collective, more and more are doing so, to remember what this particular energy frequency has to do with who you are and where you, quote unquote, linearly speaking, are going. It is very strongly present in the idea of the sun
Mm-hmm.
as a portal, as a loop in a sense, and by that we mean a magnifying glass, connecting your earth in more ways than just sun rays with this particular energy frequency, and also it is serving in a major way in the idea that you understand to be the hybridization project, alongside offering a lot of love and guidance to help guide this particular co-created storyline in a loving direction, where eventually it will lead to higher energy frequency versions of Earth that you all have free will to pick. In that sense, to walk into the direction of, by, again, following your highest excitement to the best of your ability until you can take it no further with zero expectation as to what the outcome ought to be.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Namaste.